Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Wing here. Welcome to our Tuesday night show, Make Money on E-commerce by using FB. So today's topic is a topic that not much of coaches talks about, which is Facebook ads for e-commerce, especially for Shopee and Lazada. So Facebook ads is like mystery things that sellers are very scared to put their hands on because they do not understand how it works, and they heard a lot of negative comments. You are going to get your hand burnt if you use Facebook ads. But do not worry. Tonight, I have invited a very special guest, a Facebook specialist that able to help you to learn more on how you can use Facebook so that it will give you more traffic, more conversions, and also more sales for your Lazada or your Shopee store. So now let's welcome our teacher Jamie and our Facebook specialist Jason Gunn.
Hi,
guys.
Hello.
Hey,
Good
guys.
evening, everyone.
Good
Nice
evening. Good
to see
evening.
you guys again. Yeah.
Hi.
So fast 1 week already.
So fast,
Yeah.
seriously. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, all of a sudden. I hope everybody is doing okay.
Yeah, and it is
Hi, Carol.
September already.
Carol is our supporter. Yahoo!
Hi, hi.
Hi Carol, how are you?
I
So,
just wish to do a quick chat, if you don't mind. How many of you actually advertised on Facebook before? I mean, I just want to take a look at all this because I can't see. I'm trying to get into the chat itself to see how many of you actually, actually advertise your Shopee store on Facebook before. And they will be very useful if you can share with me, what are the challenges that you have faced, you see, so that I will be able to tackle. So of course, today we do have some content to share with you, but if the question is coming from you, there'll be more meaningful, isn't it, Wing? Jamie?
Yes.
Yes,
Because
correct.
it's more tailored for you guys, able to solve your problem if you have any problem. You just have to type on the comment box if you have any questions. Yeah. So
If you have advertised in Facebook, just say yes, I have, yes. Say yes.
yeah, just why yes. It's very simple.
Not say yes,
Yeah.
type yes.
Just cannot say, you have to type.
Yeah, cannot say type yes.
You say also, I cannot hear. It's not here. Okay. Because basically, a lot of people actually having this kind of fear on Facebook advertising. In fact, today, I just started my 6-day challenge. That's why later on I have a pre-challenge training where I want to go inside and share with my student also about the biggest challenge. In fact, the biggest challenge about Facebook advertising to a lot of people is really about the mindset. You see, a lot of people kind of having that kind of thought that, they are afraid of changing things. There are different group of people. One group of people, they are more into, they want to keep trying on what are the things that they have been working. Like a lot of people still bang on boost posts to me, like for example, a lot of people actually boosted posts before. For those who have burned your hand, probably you have boosted posts before. Now, I always like to emphasize that, boost posts is not useful. But it's not useless as well. If it's really that useless, right, Facebook won't be still keeping it there until now. If it's really that useless, they would have removed it long time ago. But the problem is, it is still there, but it used to work to a lot of people. Boost posts, if you talk about back then, right, long time ago, it was really useful. Why? Because boost posts was less complicated back then. And then at that point of time, we don't have that many Facebook ads objective. So you get good result. But eventually, as Facebook has evolved, when they introduce more and more objective, a lot of people still find it very kind of like scared to go and try new objective. They still want to stuck with the boost post. You keep banging on things that isn't working anymore. It's not going to help you get anywhere, you see. That's why one of the very important thing that I always encourage people to do is really to be more courageous. You got to really test a lot of things. Yeah. So
posts and also ads.
Sorry.
What's the difference between like boost posts and the ads that we do it on Ads Manager?
Oh, very good question. Now, inside Ads Manager, for those who are not familiar, right, we have actually about 11 objectives. Now, maybe can I share the screen? Can I bring that up?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is something that a lot of people still find it intimidating. I use the word. They don't know how to start, and they kind of find it scary about, what should I do? So basically, this is Facebook Ads Manager. The right way of advertising on Facebook should start from, instead of clicking on the boost button after the post that you have posted, right? Now, boosted post is really one of the, when you're inside Ads Manager, right, you just click on create, and then you'll be here. Basically, this is where we're going to start. Now, as you can see here, there are 11 objectives. Now, we have brand awareness, reach, traffic, engagement, blah, 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 and all that, right? Now, boost post is really under engagement. Okay, boost post is really under engagement. Let me click and show you a little bit now. Under engagement, once you select engagement, then you have the option of, my internet is a bit slow today, like post engagement, which is the boost post that we're talking about. And then we have page like, which is to help you get likes and event responses. But essentially, engagement objective is to help you get people to engage with your post. Now, I want to always highlight one thing, okay, which is the objective that you choose decides the audience that will see your advertisement. Let me repeat. The objective that you choose decides the audience that will see your advertisement. Now, put it this way, even though you go in and select all the things that you want to select, like, for example, you go in and look for female between 25 to 34, for example, and then you want to go for moms, you want to look for moms, and you want to look for moms age 35 to 34 that lives within 2-kilometer areas from here, you see. Even though you zoom into that niche, right, these group of people actually are broken into different action groups. So what do I mean? Like, for example, like you and me actually uses Facebook in a very different way. Like, although it's just 3 of us here, right? All of us uses Facebook in a very different way. Like probably Jamie is more towards engaging, she likes to like people's posts and comment on other people's posts, right? And then Wing is the kind of person who is very quiet, he doesn't do much, he just submarine, chim sui, and just read article, go and read other people. And then I probably like to watch a lot of video. You see, like that already decide us to go into different group. Like for example, if I choose engagement, okay, engagement means you're going for people who are likely to like, comment, and share. So if just among 3 of us, right, Wing and I may not see the ad, but Jamie will see the ad a lot more times. Because Facebook knows that Jamie comment a lot. Correct.
That means Facebook will track my behavior, is it?
Of course.
Yo.
Of course. Facebook don't just track your behavior. Facebook track a lot of crazy things. Okay. So basically, Facebook knows everything. I always like to tell people, like, for example, do you know where are you today? Yes, 10 years ago. But Facebook knows, you see, what you did 10 years ago today, or 3 years ago today, you don't know. We have no idea. I don't even know what I ate in the morning already, you see. But Facebook keeps track of every single thing. So it's really, how to say, it's really a place where it actually records our life, So all the behavior, I always like to emphasize, it's not just the things that you do on Facebook. Like I always like to share this story. There was one class that I had, right? There was an uncle came into my class and said, Jason, let me hear you, okay? Come tell me what's so good about Facebook advertising. And he said, okay, why are you so, first, Facebook cannot track me. He said, okay, why? Because I don't post things on Facebook. Whoa, okay, Jange, you don't post things on Facebook, but do you have a Facebook ad account? Facebook account. Then he said, yes, I have a Facebook account. Fine, you don't post things, right? Then are you married? Yes, I'm married. Then did you accept your wife's invitation to say that you are married to her? Do you dare not? Of course, he said, yes, I am. Okay, now when this thing happened, right, a lot of things is being tracked already. Whatever your wife posts, your wife posts photos about your kid, your wife go and visit Lazada and go and look at all these baby products and all this kind of thing, right? It's all you. It all attribute back to you, you see? Because Facebook knows that this lady is married to this guy, and when this lady buys things about babies and all that, of course, I think this guy has a baby as well. So everything is being attributed back. And a lot of people ask me, okay, is it only the activities on Facebook and on Instagram that are being tracked by Facebook? Actually, no. In fact, Facebook tracks you beyond that. You know why? You see, I would say more than 70 to 80% of the websites around the world are installed with Facebook Pixel. Now, Facebook Pixel is essentially a string of code that you can install on your website. It's very important. Why? Because especially if you run Facebook advertisement, you need to install this pixel on your website so that you're able to track who are the people that have visited your website, because you want to do retargeting, right? Because essentially, if you run an e-commerce website, for example, essentially you understand that nobody will come to your site immediately, fall in love, and I buy, unless they're already like existing customer. For new customer, they will come over and they will probably just browse around and they leave. But browse around and leave doesn't mean that they're not interested. So Facebook Pixel allows you to actually retarget them and come back, like, Dylan, I know you visited my website. I sent an advertisement to you and said that, hey, I know you were here. Let me give you 5 ringgit voucher. Buy now. So you can do this kind of thing. So a lot of advertisers love this feature. So they've installed Pixel. Now, when they install Pixel, what does it mean? Facebook let you know. Facebook let you know who visited your website, right? So when Facebook let you know who visited your website, Facebook also know, correct? So basically, whatever product that you browse, what kind of category, are being collected back to Facebook as well. So that's how Facebook know you so well. They know what kind of, even what color you like, what kind of fashion that you are into. Facebook also know which porn star you're into, if you don't mind. So, so there are so many things that are being collected by Facebook, and all these are being attributed back to us. So when we actually do Facebook advertisement, right, after we select the objective, we were able to do the audience targeting, which will be another part. But essentially, before we go into the audience part, right, I want to come back here to look at this objective first. So when we go for engagement, Jamie will see the ad more often than me and Wing. So when you go for traffic, for example, I'm the person who click more, right? So no, Wing is the person who click more. So Wing will see the advertisement more, compared to me and Jamie. So this is how, the objective really work. So this is, I always like to share, I just had a live session in my page also in the afternoon. You see, it's a lot of, most of the time when it comes to Facebook advertising, it is the things that you don't know you're doing wrong that is stopping you from being good at Facebook advertising. In other words, it is the mistakes that you don't even know yourself making that is costing you a lot of money.
Yes.
So you got to learn. Of course, but the first thing to learn is, of course, you got to be courageous. We got to test a lot of things. So this is fundamentally one of the things that, one of the mistakes I would like to highlight. This is one of the mistakes. When you start with the wrong objective, everything falls apart. So I really want to bring you back to the right one. Yeah.
So for those what was the sell on Shopee or Lazada, which one is the most suitable objective for them to start?
Okay, so if you're selling on Shopee and Lazada, fundamentally, I always like to ask, it's very simple. You got to ask yourself, what is the next action that is beneficial to your business? So when you come into all this, when it comes to objective, right, you have all these objective for you to choose. Now, which action can give you the next immediate effect? So let's say, for example, if you go for engagement. So when you go for engagement, essentially you're going for people who are more likely to like, comment, and share. So back to the question, based on your own experience, definitely and likes, comments, and share can bring you the result. So likes, comments, and share is comments, and share.
For Lazada and Shopee seller I think comment for what or like for what or.
Lo. You go 100 PM, right? You reply all, you probably get one. Then you see? Do you. I still have, frankly, like I say, there are many types of sellers in the market. One seller that I cannot say I'm working with is actually, it's a couple, they are my student. Okay, because their business is still very stuck at the PM reply. While they all go Korea, also need to actually do like that. Then you go Korea for what? Wow. When they go vacation, also they have to do reply there because it's money to send them. So engagement essentially up to now already, I think it's not really the one that we should go for. So if you're selling on Shopee and Lazada, okay, before purchase, the next immediate benefit or next immediate action that you should look for is to get people to visit your product, your store. So essentially, in that sense, what does it mean? You should go for traffic.
Oh, cari people like Wing like that lah, like to click.
So you want to look for people who are likely to click, because these are the people that will click, because people who comment don't click one. I've done experiment before, the same advertisement goes using two objectives, right? One, when we go for engagement, you get a lot of like, but when we measure click, okay, less than 0.5% of the people who like actually click. So on the other side, then when on the same advertisement, when we use traffic, then we will get a lot of clicks, but completely almost no like lah, no engagement lah, no comment, nothing lah. These are the people who are like Wing, quietly click. Then okay, I take a look first. Guy click, let me see. So, but what is that useful for you? Yes, you see, if you're Shopee, right? No matter what I do on Facebook or on Instagram, doesn't affect you, doesn't bring you result, because you are not doing PM kind of selling. You are doing Shopee kind of selling. You're doing Lazada kind of selling. So you want me to go over? So that's in my opinion, that's how, that's the right way to actually start lah. But of course, bringing them over, clicking is not the end of story. You see, because the other thing that I always like to highlight here is that you get only less than 5% of the people who finally take action to buy from you. So what I want to highlight here is that, let's say 100 people click and 5% buy. Now, my next question to you is, what are you doing on this 95% who didn't buy? You see, these are the people who care enough, like Wing. He actually quietly click already, and then there already, then what else? They left may not be because they are not interested. They left probably because when they click over and look at your product, then they got distracted by their girlfriend texting. Maybe the husband, or Jamie called, and say, hey, come back. So when we are actually being distracted by all these, right, doesn't mean that we are not interested, ma. Correct. So what are we doing to actually bring these people back? That become an art, you see. That become a very important technique that I believe a lot of people need to learn. So that also defines the success of a Facebook ads campaign. So traffic is the first one that you should go for. And then you need to build a two-tier funnel. So that's the thing that I always emphasize, I always advocate. Yeah.
Just here, maybe we have a question here. I fear when advertise on FB leads traffic to marketplace and buyer gets stolen by other seller. So I think what it means is that it will go to the other person. So is it something that we should be scared of, or we should be like considering?
Actually, of course, it is a fear, but there is also a way that we can actually turn around this thing. Like, for example, there are two factors to look into. First thing first, yes, you should fear. You should actually worry that when you drive traffic to your store, because we all know lah, you go Shopee. If I look at this product, right, then eventually Shopee will tell me similar product lah, macam-macam lah. Then I may get distracted because either they have more star rating than you, or probably they are cheaper than you. So these are the two possibilities. But I want to argue one thing. First, if they click and go over, means that they are intended, they are interested. They have the buying intent. And second thing is, come back to the one that I was arguing just now. A buying intent may not be immediate, but it is short. So when you are, let's say, for example, if I see your product, click over, go to your Shopee store, and I may start looking at others, but I may not buy immediately. So if you know I have this intent and you're able to on time appear in front of me and say that, nah, Jason, I know you are here. Now let me offer you something. Buy from me. Do you think you have a higher chance of converting them? But the problem to a lot of Shopee sellers is they do not know how to build this kind of interaction to retarget these people, because essentially Shopee store is very difficult. You don't have your pixel installed there. And then for most people, you don't have the CPass where we discussed in the last live session. So how can we do that? We do have a method. It's actually what we discussed in the last live session, but essentially it's about two-step funnel where first ad, you want to drive people over, and then you want to run another ad to actually follow up with them. But of course, to run this kind of ad for a Shopee store or Lazada store, we need a different kind of setup. So if you're interested, I do have a very small course, which is very, very cheap, where we can actually, I discuss essentially watch over my shoulder kind of thing to show you how this thing works, you see. So if you're interested, you can ask Wing. Wing can actually post the link later on.
Okay. But is that the 6 days challenge thingy?
No, 6-day challenge is, of course, I'm going to walk you through. But if you really want to go for that, right, then you can go for the Shopee course. I mean, I do have multiple offerings. Sorry for confusing, but essentially it depends on what you want. So, I mean, 6-day challenge essentially is, thanks for bringing it up, Wayne. 6-day challenge is something that I just launched yesterday. So basically, it's first of all, I just created a short training, which is about 20 over minute kind of short training. It's free. So I would invite you to come over and take a look at this training. It's free. And then basically what I discuss in this free training is essentially I talk about the 3 key mistakes that Facebook advertisers make, which I already kind of discussed, but I have a more in-depth elaboration in that video, in that training. So basically, you want to know what are the mistakes that you don't know yourself doing. You don't even know that you're making these mistakes, you see. Okay, then we want to then eventually I'm offering you an opportunity for us to work together. You will see how I actually set up campaign. So we actually have this 6-day challenge. So this 6-day, I will teach one topic a day, and then you need to go back and go and experiment. You need to do homework. And then every day, this is how we actually roll in the next 6 days, starting on next Monday. Yeah.
Okay. We have another questions over here.
Yeah.
So how do we utilize Pixel marketplace platform since we can't inject Pixel platform?
Thank you for the question. Yes, you can't inject platform. There is no way you can do anything into Shopee and Lazada. They're so big, right? So what we usually do is we create, you see, advertisement to Shopee, right? Facebook to Shopee. So in between, on the Facebook advertisement side, there are certain things that we can do. For example, I can even outright give you some ideas. You can use video because you are able to capture people who have watched your video up to a certain percentage. So let's say, for example, you run a 30 seconds video, for example, to introduce about your product and all this kind of thing. Now, if somebody watch a 30-second videos up to 75%, what does it mean? It means true love.
Interested.
Yeah.
Interested.
Yeah. Interested already. It means true love. So you're able to group these people up. Then you can start using retargeting. So what we need to do here is we need to find a way to capture the audience intent. That's all what I'm advocating for the past many years. So when you're able to capture the intent, then you're able to follow the intent. When you're able to follow the intent effectively, you can convert the intent. That's the whole idea.
So it just means that in order for us to use Pixel on Shopee and Lazada, we have to use videos.
No, you can't use Pixel. So my answer to this question is you can't use their Pixel unless you have CPaaS access. CPaaS means CPaaS.
Can I maybe example, I found my competitor, okay, that who do very well in Lazada or Shopee, and then they also do Facebook advertising. So can I actually curi the Facebook punya pixel? Is that because I cannot curi from Lazada and Shopee ma? So can I curi from the Facebook? Like that, the same group of people? Cannot.
Cannot.
Oh.
You cannot curi from other people, but there is a way for us to look at what are the audience targeting settings that they are using. Now, when you're running an advertisement, right? Let me see if I'm able to see any of them. When you're running an advertisement, when you see an advertisement, you can actually click on the top. This is an advertisement. The top right section, the top right, there is a 3-dot button. Let me see. So that particular 3-dot button, right? Let's say this is an advertisement. Can we blow it up?
3-dot.
Can we blow it up? Let me stop sharing and then can we blow it up? So let's say this is an advertisement. No, I'm not trying to promote this guy, but this is an advertisement. So on top of that, right, you see an advertisement. How do you identify an advertisement? There is a word sponsored below the page name. Can we see that? Okay, there is a word sponsor below the page name. Now, beside the page name on the right-hand side, there is this 3-dot button. You click on it. Then you're able to see, I want to show you the 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see why am I seeing this ad?
Okay.
You find an ad, then you click on it, and you will be able to see why am I seeing this ad. You click on it, then they will tell you how are they targeting you. They're targeting you based on your age group. They're targeting you based on your location. They're targeting you based on certain interests you are in. Yeah, so this is how we can actually, at our level best, spy on what our competitors are doing.
I see.
But you can't, to answer back Jamie's question, you can't. There is no way to steal pixel, and there is no way to inject pixel in other people's website. Of course, needless to say, injecting to Shopee, Lazada, lagi tak mungkin.
Because I heard like got one YouTube they got share like say, oh, you go and click your competitor, you like their page and things like that. So then the Facebook will thought like you want to buy their product, or you want to you are interested with that product. Then after that, from there, then only you churi like that, something like that. I also very confused one. So then after that I was like, huh? Wow, then every competitor I go and click, lor. Then you can work.
Yeah, lor. Then I'll be clicking away. I mean, basically, I'm not trying to say it's no, because I have no fact, but I don't think it works that way. Based on my
Because it's very
understanding,
complicated, right?
Yeah, it's not that straightforward as it is.
Yeah.
I think only like one or two people that click on likes, it will not make any difference anyway. Unless there's like thousands of people that click on the page, then it will make a difference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
back to Kelly. Nope. Yeah, we cannot put any pixel on any Shopee or Lazada store.
So Jason, you will suggest us when we do advertisement in Facebook is promote our store product or promote our store brand is better?
Okay, very good question. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I would say two also applicable. Let me give you two scenarios. Now, when you are trying to get a new customer to your store, when you're trying to get a new customer to your store, then essentially you need to showcase your product, because unless you're a brand like Nike, Adidas, and all that, right? Else I won't be attracted to your brand. Okay, so if you're facing this cold audience, I categorize this as cold audience. So you're facing cold audience, then you should really go very straightforward. Let's try to minimize the friction. Let's get straight to the point to tell them, okay, this is what I do. This is what I want you to do. So click on this and come over to my website. On the other hand, if you are able to target your existing customer, which we also have a technique to do that, you can actually import, especially if you are using websites like SiteGiant and all that, right? You can export all your customers' data, and then you can import back to Facebook, and you tell Facebook that, oh, these are the 5,000 customers that have bought from me before, you see. So what you can do is you can then run another set of advertisement to this group of people to actually build different kind of relationship. Then you can talk about your store. I've helped my client did that before. You see, they are already a group of people who is kind of worried about the competition on Shopee. They want to build their own store, their e-commerce store, their own website kind of thing, right? One of the very easiest way to kickstart your traffic on your store is to immediately group those people who have bought from you and start telling them that, hey, now I have a website. Now this is the voucher. Now buy from me, kind of thing. So we have done several exercises for our client on this angle. It actually worked pretty well for them.
And it's mostly a repeat customer, right? It's
Yes.
like they bought before, and then the trust level also higher.
Correct. Because this is what I observe in other markets as well. I believe this is the direction that we are going into. Like, for example, if you talk about Taiwan market. Now, Taiwan market has already moved past the crazy competition of marketplace competition already. I mean, they at one point of time, they have a lot of marketplace like what we have right now. You see, we used to have more, but now we have lesser already. Now it's the two bigger ones are there, the Shopee and Lazada. Last time we used to have more, if you still remember their brand name. So basically, when they consolidate, when the customers are being educated, when they are more familiar with buying online, okay, Taiwan actually has started brand building on the digital part for many years already. So when they start doing brand building, means they actually try to milk more from their customer, which means, you see, it's very simple. It's a lot easier to make your existing customer buy again than getting a new customer to buy from you.
Very true.
So when you're able to build this kind of brand loyalty, so what a lot of things came on board. Like for example, I used to work with this Taiwan brand called 91 App. If you have heard of them, 91 App, 91 App.
What they do?
91 App, also. I mean, 91 App is actually something like Shopify, Lazada, everything. Sorry, Shopify, Site Giant. But what they do is, when you open a store with them, you have a web store and then mobile app. And these two things are synchronized with the same back end, you see. So what they do is they actually do the O2O integration, online and offline integration. So their scenario, what is what I learned from their CEO or COO, I forgot already. They said, can you imagine, they can actually retain up to 60% of their customer.
Wow, it's very strong,
Insane, man, really.
Wow.
When you're able to retain
People,
6 to 8.
6 or 5 people will buy again.
Yes. That's the dream, but that is what might happen to Malaysia because it's actually very natural. When we buy a lot more from, like, this is what we used to have, right? Last time when we buy a lot more from those, China dropship, clothes, fashions and all that, then now a lot of people are demanding, do you have real current stock? Do you have ready stock? If you want me to wait for long pre-order, then I probably won't buy from you. So it's kind of getting there. So after you talk about what do we call ready stock, the next thing is after you have bought from so many, there must be some store that you are kind of like, okay, their sizes will never go wrong. Their cutting will never go wrong. So then this is where we start doing this already. My girlfriend already she has several stores that she always buy from because like exactly what she said, their size will never go wrong. The cutting will never go wrong.
Yeah.
So this is where we should looking into right now as an online seller. Okay, and it's quite important for us to start thinking about it right now instead of wait until all the competition come and swipe you out, right? Then you are still looking at, okay, where should I go? The next one is about creating your own community. It's like building the loyalty of your customer. That's what I believe. So all these, you need to start having different plan to actually move them towards your own platform. But of course, I'm not ruling out, marketplaces like Shopee and Lazada. They are still very important, but all these can coexist. This is what I believe.
Okay, so
I think for Lazada and Shopee is mostly are like just like a very good place to like get noticed and then like let people remember us or get traffic, new customer. So once we got that customer already, and then that is the time where we keep on want them to rebuy from us again, things like that. If not because of Lazada and Shopee, right, then what else, like unless like we really just do in Facebook, then that one is like we really have to spend a lot because in Lazada and Shopee, I think they help us to promote our product as well. They also use, like if we Google something, right, sometimes the top part is always come the product one. It like sponsored by Lazada or Shopee one. So that particular line, right, is actually also help to bring the traffic to the seller itself. So I think it's good also lah.
You're right.
So I think these the questions are Lazada and Shopee seem to have sponsored search. Should we look at different approach? Marketplace search quantity, FB ads, people attributes, targeted ads.
Yes, I would say. I mean, if I understand the question correctly, I agree with this approach because you can't put all your eggs into one basket. So we need to actually constantly changing our combination of ads. Like for example, my client would have different combination. Like let's say this month they spent 80% on Shopee. Next month they probably move the budget out a little bit more and focus on Facebook because different scenario, different festival, different season will have different situation. Like for example, let me see. Like when there is a big event coming in, like for example, if it's really something like 11/11, 10/10 kind of thing, right? Then they will spend more on Shopee. I mean, my client actually, this client sells more on Shopee. But other time, okay, we will spend more on Facebook advertising because the intent is different. So I would say I agree with this. I mean, I don't think it's a question. I think it's already they have their own kind of like understanding, which I agree with this approach. But how do you play with a combination is really depending on how you understand your market. Eventually, either you understand the market or you actually do a lot of experiment to validate your hypothesis.
And I also think of like if the products is not really selling a lot. I mean, it's a new product in Shopee, not really new, but not much people are selling. I think it is very important that you do it on FB as well because it's a new product. Yeah, because people might not search for that products on in Shopee. So I think it's good that you can do some ads, on FB and then drive them to your Shopee store.
Definitely. I think I totally agree with Wing. If you're selling something totally unheard of in Malaysia, I don't even know that this category exists, right? Then you need to be on Facebook and Instagram to actually capture people's attention because you need to introduce. But if you're already selling some product that a lot of people are already looking for you on Shopee and Lazada, then you can actually stick with whatever, like sponsored search, which is, I think, totally viable approach. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, so it's
And
also
Jason, can I ask like if you do advertisement, right? So the location that we target is where, because like if I sell in Lazada and Shopee, basically I can send to everybody. I can send, no, location is not a problem, but during the setting, like last week you also show like the age location. So where do we need to target certain location or how?
I can actually give some different, I mean, depending on what you sell. Okay, and depending on what you sell, we do have a mix of category. Like for example, if you're selling something that is of higher ticket, if you're selling of higher ticket, then probably you want to focus on the main cities. Okay. But if you're selling of something that is more, like applicable to most people, like my client, one of my client has very good sales from East Coast.
Then it's very cheap, 20 ringgit below.
Something like that, but not necessarily. No, my clients sell silver.
Oh,
Not cheap silver. Yes, silver jewelries kind of thing, silver jewelry kind of thing. Anything beyond 50 to 70 ringgit and above.
Oh, not cheap.
They do very well in East Coast.
Not cheap.
So it's different. But everything starts from testing. So I would suggest if you want to test, let me actually, I can actually share with you something. First of all, you don't want to break your ad set too thin. You don't want to break your ad set too thin. Like for example, you do every state, then you have 13 ad sets, right? Because we decide our location in the ad set level. So when we are creating a campaign, there is a campaign layer, which is to decide the objective. And then the ad set layer, which is for us to decide the audience targeting, location, and everything. And then the third layer is the advertisement layer. So at the ad set layer, we can actually break, but you don't want to break until Kelantan 1, Terengganu 1, and all that. What you can consider is you break into multiple regions. So East Coast 1 region, okay, Central Malaysia 1 region, which consists of several states, and Northern region, and the Southern region. So you have maximum 4 ad sets. And then you test. You need to test for a while. Then you can actually do some adjustment from time to time. See whichever is working, then you scale it. So Facebook advertising requires a bit of attention on this part. But of course, it's really important for us to know what to see, you see, when you're actually analyzing the campaign effectiveness. Yep.
This data is in customer invoice. We can do retargeting from customer race and state there. So the invoice means Shopee invoice.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, basically, you have the order, then you definitely know where your order is coming from, right? So when you have a very strong data, you have a very strong indicator that most of your customer coming from East Coast, then throw money there.
It's a very good idea, sir. But we have to, we have to do the recording and extract the information out from Shopee.
Correct. All these are our work as a seller. We need to do this.
And doing live in Facebook and also advertise, is it the same? Both also attract people to see. So
different thing.
Will it like increase the follower? So example, now I have a page, but very less follower. So is it okay for us like to do live, and or shall we, increase our follower first? And then because in Lazada normally, if we do live in Lazada, we must have a lot of follower. Then when we do
Okay.
live, then Lazada will notify all your followers. So the more follower you have, then the better. The live will show to more people. So I don't know, is it the same thing like in Facebook? Or should we just if we no money we got no money to advertise, should we do more like Facebook live like that, and then like talk sell like that, then after that divert them to our shop, like, hey, you want to check out, you buy there okay like that, or quietly advertise still workable, or can we advertise our live like before our teaser, then we can advertise
You can. I had one client that tried that before, which is like you set up a live, you run advertisement and tell people that you have this live, but that doesn't guarantee the turn up. Okay, this is what I understand. To be frank, I also very new to Facebook Live. As you can see here, right? Sometimes I do a lot of live, sometimes I just keep quiet because it depends on my availability, you see. But this is what I find. The more you do live, right, the more engaged your audience get. This is what I find, and this is what I observe from other people. Like for example, there is one guy who is also a coach, but he doesn't teach Facebook advertising. He teaches other kind of teaching. So what he did was he actually started. When he first started, his first live was crap. In fact, my first live also crap like hell, Basically, but he actually do it every week. He actually do 2 to 3 sessions, 2 to 3 lives.
Tiring,
Very actually. Let me give you this example. Like this week, right? Combining this one, I'm gonna have 9 lives every day. At least I have 2 live sessions. But okay, we're not talking. I also like talking. Okay, So he keep doing it. And then he can build the following. 2 months down, every live session he has about 50, 60 people at least, people watching. But I think, yeah, it's a different scenario, But Facebook advertising is Facebook Live is very much like you say. It might require a lot more work from your side, but it's free, But you need to be more connect, You need to come live more often, keep showing your face and all that. But Facebook advertising, on the other hand, is more kind of like subtle way where you go very straightforward to the people that you believe they might be interested in your product or services, and then you show it to them. So if you're running ads, even though if you're running live, I think the number of page or number of follower on your page may not be a very important indicator. So back to Jamie's question, nobody like your page. Also, you can straight away start a page and live, and then you share yourself to your friend and all that, Then try to bring people in, I think we gotta start somewhere, We gotta start somewhere. Basically. At least, okay, if you cannot speak song, then with your friend, then all come together.
Practice.
Everything takes practice, So after you guys live for so many sessions, right? Everything is very natural for you guys already, I believe. Yeah.
But still need because we do it in a group, so we push each other, so it's still fine.
Yeah, true Solo live a bit more kanchong. Later 11 o'clock, I got one more live,
11, wow. For your own group,
11 in my student group, private group, yeah.
So for ad testing, to answer this question for Chili's, for ad testing, how much money is suggested to invest in? Is there any optimum minimum amount?
Okay, for Malaysia advertising, right, the minimum is about, if I'm not mistaken, I actually never go minimum for quite a while. I think the lowest you can go is about 4 ringgit and 25 cents or 4 ringgit 50 cents, something like that, minimum per ad set. So I always tell people, if you want to even run my signature 2-step funnel framework, right? Minimum 15 ringgit per day. Do you have that? If you have 15 ringgit per day, you buy a latte, you don't buy latte, you come run ads, then we can already start building the skeleton already. So I think that.
So it's about 450 a month.
450 a month? Can start already, one. 450 a month. So it's already good enough.
Okay.
So for ad testing, I would say if you want to make it round number, 5 ringgit. Sorry?
Very low entry, not bad.
Yeah, I think that's the best part of that.
Because in Shopee, I think in 5 minutes
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Right. Especially if you do search, right?
Yeah
The
lah.
volume high, then all snap up, and then you got no sale.
Yeah lah. I remember, I think last few weeks ago, I tried a keyword lah. Then the morning I go and set the ads, and then when I reach office my money all gone already. 10分钟 so fast.
Very fast, right? Yeah.
So really scary leh. Yeah lah.
And for Facebook, right, it won't be like that, because you see, let's say if you set daily budget 10 ringgit or 5 ringgit, for example, so Facebook will actually break it evenly on hourly basis. So at least they don't spend it one shot in 1 hour or 10 minutes like what you say. They slowly let it go, they slowly distribute, so that you can have a better idea of which time of the day you have better traffic. Then you can actually do your optimization and adjustment based on that. You see.
Okay. So Jason, your 6-day course actually will help like new seller or what can you explain more? If like now like 講到興合合嘛, correct or not? So I want to try using Facebook to advertise, because now big campaign is coming already. Actually very kanchong. So what we can do, because like less than like 1 week now actually already starting. So the fastest way, what else can we do? And if we join your class, then is it like we can start advertise and say gang or like whole like that?
Definitely. You see, my 6-day challenge is very simple, because you see, if you come to my class, I mean, I used to run physical class lah. You come to my class, I teach you one day everything. Then you also kaput also because you can't absorb. So the reason why I break it into 6 days is because I give you one key lesson per day. So like today, we talk about how to set audience, for example. So after we talk about set audience, then you go back and you go and study, you go and do your own audience targeting and all that. Then after that, you have homework, you post back into the group. Then everybody can come and comment and say, oh, okay, whether this is work or not, and my team will try to see as much as we can. We try to bring some for discussion. Then one day you do one thing, one day you'll do one thing, 6 days later, you have a campaign running. So that's the whole idea. That's the reason why I do it a 6-day challenge. Long enough for you to absorb, because you don't want to learn everything in one day, then your head, it's like the emoji head burn. So eventually you want to learn at the right pace, especially useful for new Facebook advertiser. If you have never advertised on Facebook before, this will be a very good one to start, because literally I will show you how I walk, how I do every single part. Okay, and if you upgrade to VIP, you get to ask me question in the private Zoom group. So basically, one thing at a time. We take slow, but not too slow. 1 week later, you have a campaign running. So like what you say lah, big campaign coming ma. So it's good time to do this right now.
So today is 1st of September lah. After 6 days is 6號啦.
We're gonna start on 7. We're gonna start on 7.
Oh yeah lo.
First lesson we start on 7. So if you come in today, in fact, we already started yesterday. I mean, we launched this program yesterday. So building up to 7th of September, which we will have our first lesson. Every day now, I will go into the group and I will do one pre-challenge training. Like later on, 11 o'clock, I'm going to go into the group and talk about something. So these 6 days of pre-challenge training will actually already let you learn something already to prepare you for the 7th day. In between, I'm actually planning to even give some homework also. So, although I call it 6 days challenge, but literally you probably will work with me for about 10 days. So it's going to be very, very fun.
Okay. Your group is like what? Or what type of group? What type of support you are giving? What type of support?
It's a Facebook group. It's a Facebook group. Okay, so inside the group, right, we currently have about 20 over people at the moment. We are not really doing very fast growth right now because we take one step at a time. So my target is to grow maybe up to about 500 to 1,000 within these 2 weeks time. So within this group, right, you will learn from each other. What I really want, because you see, when it comes to Facebook advertising, it's very lonesome one when you're doing alone. Like last time, past 10 years, walao, take more time. You have question, you don't know who to ask. You have challenge, you don't know where to look for, how to seek advice. So when this group come together, the power is different. And when 2 weeks, we work on the same thing together, lagi interesting. That's what I want to achieve. And it's so cheap.
Is it expensive?
It's the
Look
cheap.
like very expensive like that.
No, 6-day challenge. Every day at least one hour or 1.5 hour. Okay, all added up, it's only it's only $9.99. Can you imagine that?
喲，
九九
做咩
九啊！
9為
US
市場？
dollar lah, $9.99 US. Is no,
Why?
the reason why I do this is very simple. To be frank, these 6 days get you start running. But frankly speaking, start running is just the starting. So I want you to come and see how I do. Okay, I'm very upfront one. Don't expect me to just sell you $9.99 and you got nothing else. But if you go through this like this, I want you to come in and see how it works. If we see the synergy, it's just like just now I have a question coming from Philippines. We are actually selling all around the world. You will not be learning about Malaysia, You'll be learning from Philippines, Singapore. We're coming in, we are having something from Cambodia, Vietnam, and all these are coming together. You'll learn about different market. So the Philippine guy was asking me, Jason, how am I supposed to differentiate you from other people? I would say that, come on, exactly this is it for you to come in and find out. That's why I priced it at $9.99. Correct or not? You come in, you think Jason can screw up. I mean, fine, you got nothing to lose. You still learn 6 days of worth of training from me. But if you think after 6 days, if you already got something valuable, then you believe that you want to work with me for long term, well, you have another choice. It's up to you.
Yep.
You see? But I want to give an opening easy enough for everyone to come in.
So the guy actually saw your ads lah. Then only he
Yeah,
got
the
to-
guy.
Yeah lah.
Else how am I supposed to be? Who in the world knows Jason Gan in Philippines? Come on.
So that means he asked this question also very funny lor. It's because
Yeah lah.
he's looking for something and then you successfully see my ads. Means I can
Correct.
make you successfully other people see your ads lor.
Your ads.
In a way, I work lor, correct or not? My tactic work lor.
So funny question.
He wrote me damn karangan, My colleague
no.
text me, where you got a karangan to read. I was like, huh? What happened? Then I went
So
in to
if
read.
you
But
didn't see your ads means your ads is not successful lor. Then only
Correct
you
lor.
cannot reach him mah.
correct. That's why it's very interesting because we are only 2 days down lah. For now, we haven't reached many people, but from all the response that we are getting, right, I think it's quite interesting. I'm very excited. Every day I'm pumped because for the next 2 weeks at least, I'm going to talk a lot, but that's what I do lah. We talk a lot, right?
Yep.
So okay lah, I can live with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Drink more
Jason,
coffee. Yeah.
I just want to ask you. There are a lot of mistake or things that most of the Facebook newbie they are going to have. If they try on their FB by their own. So, what are those some of the most common mistakes that a Facebook newbie will do? I mean, do you mind to share so that they won't do the exact same mistake?
I got a long list, but in my 6-day challenge, I'll point to you one by one. But let me give you some, like, let's say first thing first, we talk about it from the very beginning. The moment you choose the wrong objective, you fall apart. Okay, the moment you choose to start with the wrong objective, you fall apart. The moment you don't understand certain features inside Ads Manager, you actually set it to the wrong setting, it go haywire. The moment you don't understand, especially the settings. To be frank, a lot of people were scared about Facebook advertising is because inside that it gets too complicated. And that's the reason why I want to break it into a 6-day learning, because I want to give you a very thorough understanding about each and every one of them. And then I will give you case study, like for example, for certain, if you're like objective is one thing, okay, then audience targeting is also another thing. If you start with the wrong audience targeting, it's also something wrong. So there are many factors lah. So mistakes is one of them. Objective mistake is one of them. The other mistake is a lot of advertisers do not know one thing, which is very exclusion. We call it you do not know, like for example, if you're running this advertisement that tells people that you sell Apple AirPods, for example. So if I've seen this advertisement and click over to the website, my argument is very simple. Should you stop showing the same ad to this person? First question. Instead, because you know he has clicked, should you start running another ads to tell them, hey, I know you did this. Let me give you a bait and make you buy right now. So this is the second mistake, a lot of people don't know how to do exclusion. So you see, the first mistake is very much related to the first mistake where, Facebook will zoom into the people who are likely to take the action, let's say traffic. So when you are going for traffic objective, right, Facebook will run your ads to Wing because Wing is the one traffic guy. So Wing will see, but Facebook don't track whether Wing has clicked already or not. So if Wing has clicked already, and then you do not know how to bring Wing out from this advertisement, then you're wasting budget on Wing. Do you agree? Because he has seen it. Okay, so you're wasting budget. You're making Wing hate you because if you keep seeing an advertisement over and over again, you'll start hating that brand. So that's what we call the ad fatigue. So this is one thing that you must learn. And then after that, if you are able to, the next mistake will be like, if you're able to run a funnel to tell Wing, hey, I know you did this, huh? I know you like this, huh? Now 5 ringgit voucher, buy right now. Then you can increase your ROI. So these are the fundamental key mistakes, but I elaborate in a very detail in the link. Go to that link that Wing just posted. I put together a free training. It's about 20 over a minute. Please watch until the very end. It's very important. It will give you better understanding about each and every one of these mistakes so that you know. And then when you understand your mistake, then you know how to fix it, you see. Then you can learn how to fix it. So join my 6-day challenge. Then we fix this together. We learn the different way of doing Facebook advertising together. That's what I want to, work with your audience over here.
Yeah, so for those that is watching, if you have any question, feel free to ask Jason. Okay, just type in on the comment box and ask any question that you have with Jason. Yeah, you can type in Bahasa, you can type in English as well. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm Malaysian. I speak Malay. Come on, we're Malaysian, right?
Yeah.
We're going for our Malaysia Day now.
So it's
not very quiet, or like very malu, ask question like that.
Yeah,
malu about what?
But after the live, normally they will PM me one. If you PM me, I cannot answer you to be very honest because I'm not very good in FB ads. Yeah, because like after last week we are live, some of them WhatsApp me, some of them text me, some of them PM me on FB. I say, I cannot help much, if I want, I can BS you, but I don't want, so yeah. I cannot help. If you want, you just PM Jason. That's all.
Yeah. I'm also Jason's student. You see, I take note and pen. What he write, what he say,
We're all students. We're all students for life. I'm just so happen to be a little bit ahead of you on this, but I totally believe that best learning is through experience. So what I would give you is based on what I've learned, and then then you will be learning on your own, and I will learn from you. So I believe that's the best learning. What's the schedule?
Schedule
for the
okay. This is what's gonna happen for the 6-day challenge. Yes, we go live. We do live every day, 3:30 p.m. We will do live in the Facebook group, but it's gonna be there. Of course, it's not gonna be there forever. If you can't make it at 3:30, you can come back and watch the replay. No problem. I'll keep it there. Okay, and I'll keep it there for at least another week lah. Basically, you have the video for 2 weeks, and after that, we will take it down. Unless you're VIP, you get to keep the videos, you see. So while everything is there, you can come back later, watch the replay, and do your homework. So from 7 to 12, 6 days, every day, 3:30 to maybe 6 o'clock or 6:30, something like that. Wait, sorry, 3:30 to 6 o'clock, what the hell? So 3:30 to, 2個鐘嚇到我 3:30 to 4:30 or 5 something like that, 1.5 hour each kind of thing. But you know me lah, when I get excited, I talk too much. Must have a website only can do Facebook ads? No. I've helped so many businesses that do not have a website. You see, Facebook advertising, okay, can I bring back this screen? I want to really highlight this.
Yeah.
Come.
Go ahead.
You see, now, these are the Facebook ads objective, right? These are Facebook ads objective, okay? If you have a website, you can go for traffic, conversion, catalog sales. Now, these are the three that requires a website. Sorry, let me bring it back. And then if you don't have a website, you can actually choose either go for lead generation, messages to get people to Messenger to talk to you, or even engagement, all these. Even if you don't have a website, you can also use traffic and drive traffic to where? WhatsApp. WhatsApp link. For those who know how to do the WhatsApp link, api.whatsapp.com and something like that. It worked for my client beautifully. So no, you don't need a website to run Facebook ads.
What is the best strategy for Shopee? Shall we wholesale, retail, or drop shipping?
I don't think this question is for me.
Jamie 老师
This one, what's the best strategy for Shopee? Shall we wholesale or retail? Okay, this three is a three different model of doing business in Shopee. So basically, these three things, right, is happening, and then it depends on whether what is your model or your capital. Number one, I want to ask, because if today you are a wholesaler, I'm sure you have a very, very big capital because you are looking on volume. So you want to sell everything in volume, in bulk. And the people that you want to attract is reseller, For retail, of course, you can buy from wholesaler. So it's a different thing. So if you are selling as a retailer, then you can get from wholesaler. And then retailer, you need a little bit capital that you can start already. Because you can just, like Dylan always asks, like you can get a brand and then you can, sell for the brand. And then after that, drop shipping is the lowest capital one. You don't need a product. You don't need a team. You don't need nothing. You just need 99 ringgit. Oh, no more 99 now already. And then you just need to come and join the Dropship Star group. And then after that, you can already start doing business. So in the end is, dropshipping, of course, the margin will be lesser because everybody do the work for you. So you don't have to do anything. You just need to upload the product and sell. That's all. For wholesaler, you must ask yourself, do you have a space to store your stock? Do you have a very reliable supplier? How your stock come? All this. This is, I don't think, unless your family is doing that business already for years, and then you're already holding some stock and things like that, and then you have a very reliable supplier, then of course to start a wholesale business is easy or you maybe get a bank, you got grants suddenly give you 500,000 or 600,000 to start that business. Then okay do wholesaler go and immediately you can start that business. But this question have to ask back yourself whether what is the capital you have and then what type of game you want to play. So up to now, I sell in Lazada and Shopee already for 5 years. I'm still a retailer. I'm sad to say. Okay, I'm not a wholesaler. I still sell to retail. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, because if anyone who know me, they know me that I start my business from 500 in Kelantan. That's all. Okay, that's all how I start. So I make it very simple. I just want to kickstart the thing and then I just want to sell something. And I didn't think whether I want to sell wholesale, retail, or drop shipping. Like our last class, indeed, we asked those students like who you want to sell to. What is your target market? So you have to find your market first, then only you find your product. So I think rather you go and find who you want to sell to better than you ask like what type of seller you want to be. So that is very important. Okay, Mohammed. Okay,
just to add on this, on Jimmy thingy. It is a process. If you want to ask me now, so drop shipping will be the first level because it is the most easiest way that you can kickstart your business. But in terms of if you want to talk about profitabilities, and the growth of a business, dropshipping is definitely on the lowest of the hierarchy.
He replied already. Wait, Mohammed replied already.
Oh.
I have a garment factory. Who yo? Then you do wholesales,
Okay,
what you waiting, leh? Okay. Yes, you launch your brand if you are you have your own factory itself. Of course, you can run your own brand. Okay, and then of course, once your brand is there, there will be a lot more people or a lot more seller will come and take stock from you and resell. Okay, that is workable one, because I know one of the factory who do baby clothing in Penang one. So he himself also sell in Lazada and Shopee, and then he himself also actually resell, I mean wholesale to us. So we also upload their product. So I mean, you can do your brand at the same time. You can also help those resellers to do OEM for the product. So you have you one stone you can kill 2-3 birds altogether, because the thing is, because you have that resources already, so it's much more easier and faster way for you to grow. Yep.
Suen, regarding the ad reach, why is it some ads has high reach and some are low? I'm referring to the organic reach is still high engagement.
Well, reach, you're talking about organic reach now. Wait, let me read this question right. Regarding to the ad reach, but you're talking about organic reach, and then you're talking about ad reach. Which reach are we talking about? Okay, so why is this some ad has high reach and some are low? Now, organic reach is a different thing. Ad reach is a different thing. Now, ad reach is predictable because you see, when you're paying money, okay, there must be a CPM. Remember, when you're advertising on Facebook, you're being charged by CPM, cost per 1,000 impression, which means how much are you paying to reach people 1,000 times? So there is always a fluctuation. Of course, it fluctuates, but it's predictable. Let's say if your CPM is 10 ringgit, which means every ringgit you pay, you'll be reaching about 100 people. So it's predictable. But if you talk about organic reach, right, that's an entirely different ballgame. Organic reach for any pages, we all know, like, what does it mean by organic reach? When you have 1,000 people who like your Facebook page, for example, when you post something without running ads, without boosting it, how many people are you reaching? So that's the first question. Chances are your organic reach is something below 5%, which is totally normal, or even sometimes I have seen something below 1%. Which means you post to at least 1,000 people who like your page, you're only reaching about 10 to 20 people. Can you imagine that?
It's very bad.
It's that bad. It's that bad. So Facebook is already, kind of like killing organic reach, because of organic reach, they need to make money. They give you all good organic reach, then nobody will start spending ads already.
Mm-hmm.
So very simple, but there is still way for you to increase your organic reach. Okay, the most important thing about engaging with your fans is about creating content that they want. But of course, there are certain strategy, like for example, one thing I can actually break it to you, you can spend a very small portion of money to boost certain posts to your fans. And then you run these kind of ads to these people, you try to bring up certain engagement among them. We have tested to several brands that we work with. We can meaningfully increase the organic reach, but yet again, as a brand, this is what I believe. If you really want to achieve meaningful result, as in I want to know how much I can get out of Facebook, you need to run ads. You can't depend on the organic reach. Yeah.
So Suen, I hope that just answered your questions. Next, in your opinion, what is the best objective for selling property campaigns?
I thought this is a Shopee group. I like this. Well, property is my favorite industry. I have worked with most of the bigger names of property industry. So basically, like I said, over the past 10 years, I think I've generated more than 500,000 leads for my clients all combined. There are 4 lead generation methods. In fact, more than that. But fundamentally, I've tested 4 very useful ones. The first is definitely lead generation, but you need to find the right way to do lead generation. First, the most direct one, lead generation, which is you use the lead form, you run an ad using lead generation, and then you will be a form and people can just submit the phone number and all that through the form. So that's the first one. Second is lead generation through Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, lead generation through Facebook Messenger. And then the third one is actually what we call the traffic, where you can actually either bring people to your landing page or you can actually bring people to WhatsApp. And then the fourth one is, you can actually use WhatsApp link conversation. So basically, landing page, WhatsApp, lead generation, and Messenger. So these are the 4 types. So yeah, I think that these are 4 very useful ones depending on scenario.
Okay, so Facebook user, we hope that Jason answered your questions. Next one, Ahmad. what is the best campaign to choose if you want to sell products on a landing page? Should we choose traffic or conversion?
Both also workable, but I think we need to test. So of course, you want to go for conversion, you need to make sure that your conversion, everything, your pixel setup, everything is correct. First, you need to set up a pixel right. Second, you need to set up your conversion event right. So basically, these are the two things that you have to make sure that is all in place. Then you need to find the conversion event that has enough conversion triggers in the past 7 days. So let's say, for example, this is what Facebook Blueprint is telling us, because I'm a Facebook Blueprint certified professional. We need to go through exam every year to stay certified. So what Blueprint tells this year, earlier this year when I was actually studying for my recertification, it says you need to have at least 25 fires of that particular event. So let's say if you go for purchase, for example, the easiest way to understand, purchase means people who pay, go to the thank you page, that's purchase, right? If you do not have 25 purchase in the last 7 days, you shouldn't optimize for purchase. You should move a level up in the funnel. So before purchase, what was that? Before purchase, people would have at least added to cart, initial checkout, right? So you look at initial checkout, whether you have 25. If you don't have 25, then you move up to the add to cart. So that is very important if you want to use conversion objective. You need to understand the cheese of conversion objective. So I would dig deeper inside our 6-day challenge to talk about this thing. Because essentially I'm going to show you how to set up the event. How do we actually find the pixel event that has got enough fires to do that? So this is the thing. So if you don't have everything ready, then you should consider doing the traffic first, at least to get something to come in first.
So for those that interested in joining Jason punya trainings, I will leave the links now on the FB and also on YouTube as well. So for those that want to join Jason free trainings, you can just click on the link. Yeah. And then after the free trainings, 20 minutes over, then they will be, if they want that, they can join your 6-day challenge, right, for $9.99. Is it, Jason?
Yes. If you watched, first watch the 20 over minute video. It's very important for you to understand the really the key concept. And then after that, take the offer and join the 6-day challenge. Yep. But for those who really want to understand how to really do well on Shopee and Lazada, right, Jamie, over to you. I think it's really important because, like I said, the big event is coming, the year-end sale, right? We have to really do everything right. Yeah.
Yep. So it's like no matter what we do, we must before we put in a lot of money into Facebook, we also have to set our store properly first. If not, people go into your store and then see your shop like Pasar Malam like that, or don't know who you are, like today. I also we also spot some shop like really like terrible, and then we feel like. Later you will say that, I spent so much, in the end no conversion. It's all about first, I think from the session, like in Facebook, we talk about like traffic. Okay, we need how the traffic come and things like that. But the thing is, once the traffic you got already, and then you the customer go like so hard for you to find the customer, and then in the end, he or she decided to click and go and check out your shop, your store in Lazada or Shopee. Suddenly, when they go, why like that one? Like the no branding. Like why the picture blur one? Then not much information one. Like tipu people. Then all this will affect the people whether they want to check out or not. Then that is the way where like the first, just now there are some comment. That is the thing, you lead people go to other people's shop lor. Because people see the thing, right, not nice, and then they say you may also like this. Then they go down and see other things. Yeah, so that's the thing, because you must get prepared. You must prepare that the shop is the shop is with promotion, with voucher, to let them have the emotion like, hey, I also want this one. Because if they are not interested, they won't click inside in the Facebook ads. Once they click inside already, they go inside already. So the thing that can match is like pricing, the review, the picture, and then your how fast you can ship out, and then is your customer service up to date, or is it reply very fast or very slow? Okay, and then after that, that is the way that make people whether want to buy from you or not. So we also have, I think, Wing, you can share our next level class, because this class is only 1 month once, and we still believe holding an offline class is the best way. Okay, I know lah. Sometimes I mean, for me, of course I like online class because I can work from home. But the thing is, sometimes like all these are very hands on, and then now we give a lot of secret, and then we give a lot of dirty tricks during the workshop. So if we
Cannot tell people, right?
when we do Zoom class, people screenshot us, very scary one. Later, they'll say, oh, this one, teacher Jamie teach one, all this trick, I cannot lah. So we like to do closed door. Closed door means it's like whatever we say, we end there. That's all. Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Then no booking, no booking. Jamie teach one this dirty trick, like that habis no, So Wing, okay, I let you explain this one. What dirty things you teach?
Every time when we talk about this, we get very excited. And the things about I mean, we do not want to like spend a couple of hundred or even thousand on FB ads, and when you successfully drive traffic and drive customer to your store, but the store, but when you look at your store is so crappy, and then you complain that Jason's punya stuff tak boleh pakai ni lah. It's actually not that thing, but you yourself, you tak boleh pakai. You see, you do not prepare yourself well, and you spend a couple of thousand on FB ads, but your store is like crap. Then you expect people to buy from you. Yeah, it does not work at all. It does not work like that. So first, get your store up first on the most optimized way. So for those that if you have been following us for quite a while now, you know that we have a workshop which is called the Next Level. So the Next Level is a 2 days intensive Shopee and Lazada workshop. When we say intensive, but it is really intensive. Later on, I will show you some video as well. What sort of things that we actually do over there. So it is not like theory based kind of thing. It is very technical thing. We teach a lot of things that you will not learn in any sessions outside. Even though if you join any like online Lazada and Shopee course out there, you would never learn this stuff. Okay, so of course we are having this course on September 15.
September.
Yeah, 15 is on the mid of September. Yeah, that is to prepare you guys for your 10-10 and 11-11. Yeah, that's why we put it on September, and it is a hands-on, highly effective classroom coaching.
September 19 and 20.
Yeah, it's on September 19 and 20. So if you've done that course, if you've done this workshop, that is done, and it is a offline course. It's not online. Actually, you have to come over to KL. Okay, so you have to come to KL. All right. So this course. Okay, just let me make it straight, This course is for those people that really, really want to make money with Shopee and Lazada. If you are just, coming here, just to look see, sorry, this is not for you at all. You can watch your YouTube video. You can even go to my YouTube channel, Dylan channel, to watch. But if you are looking at making like serious money, this is the workshop that you have to join. Okay. If not, just go to YouTube and watch it. Okay. So let's scroll down. Okay, so this is I'm just gonna quickly run through lah. So when we talk about intensive, you have to actually talk about your idea, talk about what sort of products that you have, and the coaches will be there to verify if your products can make it or not. And we do a lot of on the spot research on what sort of products, keywords that actually Malaysians are looking to buy from your store. You see, so we'll do a lot of different kind of method to justify whether your product is sellable or not. Okay, then we will ask. Okay, those are some of the testimonial you can Yeah, see. So we do have a lot of happy members that are able to generate more money after they attend this workshop. So this is a 5 in-depth module. So the first one, of course, is to find the next level products. When we say the next level product, because a lot of people, they just sell whatever that is selling in Shopee, and we do not want that. Okay, we do not want that, because products that can sell by other seller might not be able to sell on your store. So we need to verify is that products really sellable or not. And we are going to teach everything in this workshop. So how to find products that always have a ton of buyers, ready to buy and purchase, strategy to test product until you hit a massive gold mine. So we are going to teach all of this stuff. We don't have any secret to hide. We are just Jamie, Dylan. They are just going to teach you, to tell you what sort of method that you do, strategy that they use, to find the next products that is hot. And next one, the next level supplier. So a lot of us, we when we want to sell on Shopee, we always very scared one, Wing, do I have to fork out like a couple of thousands ringgit, to get the suppliers, or to become a stockist? It actually no. If you know the methods, you do not need even like 10, 5, 1,000 to start your business with stockists. You can actually make some deal with the suppliers, and then it is free. Yeah, it is free. So it's just that how do you make it happen? And we are going to share all of this with you. Alrighty. So of course, the next level marketing strategy, by the way, this course is applied to Shopee and Lazada as well. Yeah? So it is not only on Shopee. You see, when you join this class, you get to have 2 platforms. You get to learn how you can success in these 2 platforms. Okay, Shopee and Lazada. So marketing strategies, the buyer Shopees, how to calculate the cost per purchase, product keywords, algorithms, bids, this kind of things is very technical. If I tell you like this, you are not going to get to understand. So you have to come into the class and you sit down. We clearly explain to you how does every single of this metrics works, and how you can make sales, and how you can judge what sort of products that is sellable, and you use this data to buy more products that are able to sell. Okay, we do not simply buy products because we feel like it can be sold. Everything has to be based on data. Of course, the next level of skilling, for those that are already earning like 10, 20, or even 50,000, on our last next level class, there is a member that is already earning 60,000 ringgit in sales. So she is looking for the next level skilling. What should she do? Because she's already hit a ceiling point. So we help her to break through the ceiling so that she can earn more, hundreds or even 200,000 on a month sales base. Okay. The next thing will be next level customer service. It is super, super, super important to have a great customer service. And Jamie covered this up very, very well. So you can actually use the tricks that are shared by Jamie to increase at least a good 150% of your sales just by having a good customer service. Okay. So as we know, we do not increase the price. It is still the same as 1,299, and you can actually make installment plans 6 and 12 months with public bank and Maybank cards. Okay, so if you have any questions, just bring up your questions. If you have any question, we are here to answer your questions. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just ask us. So I will show you the link. I will share the link. I will share the link where you
I share already the link.
Share it.
In Shopee one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Then I share on the where is the link? Yeah, Shopee. So if you have any question, just bring up the questions. Bring the questions. Yeah. Where is the link? Jamie, anything that you want to add on this? Oh, by the way, we only able to feed 50 people, even plus, right? Maximum.
Yeah. Because our place is not very, very big. last round we have about 12 of us, and then 12 of us then also like wow. So with the social distancing lah, with the wow, I somehow have to like last minute go and buy extra table lah. Ayo, but never mind lah. Okay, in the end, right, everybody until most important is the knowledge. We still like kung fu all chin sao all can pass. Then it's very good already. Okay, so yeah, I think this one we also have some review lah. I mean sometimes reading on the reviews is also very happy, really very happy one, because means a lot to me and Dylan, and because why, when we read and then we know that you got it, you got it right, you really managed to get it. If not that is also our feedback lah. It's same thing like seller, right? Normally it's like in our blood already. Want to listen, like want to get 5-star, want to listen the review. This is in what we call already like 積熱餅積熱餅. Like always hey, give some review lah. How are we doing? You like our course or not? And then I tell you like, oh, okay leh. Even though we got like out of 12 students, we got like 1 4-star and then 11 5-star, but yet I think we still want to improve. Okay, because I think there are more things that next class, right, is much better. Because the first, I think, tapos hati, So we will implement more things on the next class, and then that's what our promise is lah. Correct.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, it's very important. I mean, a lot of people that says, wait, the class is so expensive. I mean, you can try everything by yourself. It's fine one. You don't need to join our class one. It's definitely fine, because I mean, you can just join whatever, do whatever things that you want to do, but you do not complain to us. Wing, I watch your video, it does not work. I do this, it does not work. The thing is works, just that you do not know how to make things work. Yeah, and then you complain like 129 is so damn expensive. It just depends on what sort of things that you are comparing to. Just for very very good example that I learned this lah. If a Ferrari is selling for 100,000, will you buy it or not? I mean, for me, I will buy it. I will definitely buy it. If I have to pinjam from bank, pinjam from Jamie, pinjam from Jason, I will buy it as well. Why I say this? Because I know a Ferrari worth 500,000. I know the value of the products. So I will go all out to get the products. I mean, to get the money to buy the products. Then, I just sell it off lah. I still get to untung 400,000. So this is the thing that as an entrepreneur we have to understand. We have to learn this. I just joined a course for 2,000 USD this afternoon. Yeah, it's about Shopify lah, because I want to learn lah. So it's about 8,000 bucks, because I know that it will help me as well in the long run, So if you think like 1,299 is expensive, hey brother, come on lah. 1,299, what is 1,299? Hello, you ask Jamie, from all the experience that we have gone through, all the failure, we teach everything to you so that you do not need to spend another 10,000 or another 5 years to just start your business when we are already running. We are already at the top, but you're still trying or how things works because you want to save this damn 1,299. Because you want to save it 1,000 bucks, and then you're gonna screw up your business for the next 5 to 10 years to learn just how to earn maybe a good 1,000 a month. That is, it's definitely up to you guys how you guys want to think lah. But for me as an entrepreneur, we have to learn. We need to learn. So that is the things that I want to share with you guys lah. Yeah.
And I mean, for my learning, like no matter how long we as a seller, like example, like one of our students that earns 60,000 a month, right? She also come and join the class, and then in the end I say, wow, I learned a lot of things. A lot of things I haven't tried in my shop. I haven't do this, I haven't do that. Then so excited, and then say, oh bye. Oh, we keep in touch. Must do this. I must do that. So it's like I think become a seller, we have to consistent upgrade ourselves, learning new techniques. And it's like another thing is like we call this as 旁觀自什麼旁觀者清 something like sometimes when we are in that circle, we run and run and run and run, and we cannot see where our mistake one. So somehow if we give some other people see, then different perspective, they will say like, hey, why, how come like that one you didn't? Oh yeah. So it's good that we can let somebody else to look after you, and then we can discuss more, then you can go to another level. Yeah, another level higher. Yeah, even myself also, I have to learn from other people. So, I'm not like forever, my knowledge is this, because I have to pay money also to learn from other people. Yeah, that is the investment that we need to do as an entrepreneur lah. I mean, we have to invest on knowledge. Yep.
Just to double answer Wong Tai Soon question after attending the class. Hey, let me check here. Is it yes, you will get to have a lifetime access to our WhatsApp support group, which will be a very small group. So it is different from the the UDM mastermind program, which we have like 100 plus, but for this one it's very, very small groups. And then these people is already there, they are already started their Shopee store, they are already have business that's running. So you will get to you'll get into a much more, what you call it, a more mature kind of group. Yeah, so it's not someone that is come in and look see. They are serious seller, they really want to make things happen, this group of people, so that is there any other session after? I cannot answer you this, bro. Yeah, because after this we will have 10, 11, and 12. That will be very, very super busy. Yeah, so we're not too sure yet lah. I mean, so if you want to
because ourselves are also seller ma. So our main income or main job is not a coach. So we do this is because we love it. We have extra passion. We want to create something for our legacy. So that is what we want to do. So I still think that we have to jaga our mangkok nasi a bit lah. Because 10, 11, 12, it's like really lah. I have to I cannot promise that. That's why we make it on 15 September. At least we have a little bit more time to plan for our own business as well. Yeah.
Oh, because he's from overseas. Way from overseas.
With the quarantine.
Sorry. So I think that you can. Yeah, okay. Maybe next year things get better, because we don't get the risk as well. We don't get the risk.
Win our business go international. Not bad, like what Jason say, sauce, we can do more. And do Vietnam, Indonesia. Yes.
I mean, if there is opportunities, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, just back to the next time. Okay, so if you are someone that's really, really into selling on Shopee and success, in Shopee, this is the mastermind class that you have to join. The next level class you have to join. Okay, and it comes with 6 and 12 month installment as well, so you do not need to fork out on 290 at one go. Okay, so if you guys into it, just ping us, or just click on the link that we share. All right, so anything else? Fan Gao Zigan. Yeah, Jason, anything from you?
I think it's all good. Because to my end, it's very simple. If you really want to get serious on Facebook advertising, then I'm not asking you to take up anything. Just join the free class, the link that being shared by Wing. But I totally agree with what Wing just shared and Jamie just shared. If you really want to get serious at one thing, my best learning from my past 10 years is, for me, you don't want to go through 10 years. You don't want to go through, the painful mistakes or the painful journey that we have been through, because it's all being packed. Like that day, I was just listening to Tony Robbins. The best way to learn is to learn from someone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they have already gone through all this. They have already found the right way to do it. Why do you want to go and bang your head on it again? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I don't think it makes sense. And we're talking about making money. This is not life. This is not your journey or whatever that you want to go into Zen. This is money. It's business. So get the right way of doing it. Get the right coach to help you. I think that's all I have to say about today.
Yes.
Jimmy 老师 anything else?
No lah, I talk a lot already leh. Later people say this Jamie like auntie like that. Think the same thing.
好長氣啊，好長氣。
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's it for now. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions regarding courses by Jason or the next level class, just feel free to ping us. Okay. So good night and thanks for watching. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much.
See
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.